God is wanting us to see how we can grow as individuals. How self-awareness, what does it do? It allows us to see those things so that we can put our best foot forward, in life, in the things God's called us to, like you said, in relationships. Um, and I fully believe 100% within, what makes an authentic experience with the Lord is that, are we willing to be humbled and vulnerable before the Lord? Because first and foremost, when we do that, when we open up ourselves to allow healing to take place, to allow God to speak to those parts, like, you might be listening to and be like, man, this is tough. Like, that you're like, you're calling out my junk. Like, I gotta like dig deep into like all the stuff I've gone through in my past. But like the healing freedom that comes from that, and realizing, I think this is where it comes into play, is like how we treat other people, how we walk out our lives, how we live our lives, should come out of the overflow of walking with first the Lord through some of these things.
Yeah.
And so like I encourage you, like, can we take a moment to like pause, right, Donald, and like look inside of myself even now and say, okay, I think I got, like, things are good. Like, I think I'm feeling good. I've worked through a lot of things in my life, but even so, can I continually just have a heart check
Yeah.
before the Lord? I'll share a quick scripture real quick. Like 2 Corinthians 13:5 says this. It says, examine yourself to see whether you are in the faith. Test yourselves. Or do you not realize this about yourselves, that Jesus Christ is in you, unless indeed you fail to meet the test? And so I think it's interesting because it starts off with this encouragement to examine yourself within, but then it's like, hey, like, don't forget, like, have you forgotten about yourself, that Christ is within you? Like, as a believer, as a follower of Jesus, like, God is within you.
Yeah.
His spirit is within you. And so he wants, again, for you to put your best foot forward in everything you're doing, by dealing with some of these things, to say, hey, I want to bring healing. I want to help you grow through these things. And so self-awareness is, we first have to make that decision to say, hey, I'm going to admit to myself that there might be something that's here, or lingering, or junk that's been here in the past, that is causing me to react in a way that I am now. Like, where did that come from, right? You know, and we have to acknowledge that, and it's hard, it's messy, but the side of healing and freedom that comes through it, I mean, it's just there's nothing that compares to that. And it's got to start with the Lord. Has to start with us having an honest conversation before him, which is not always easy to do, but I think it's a great thing that we have to do, you know.